right, good afternoon. Just wanted to touch base. Watched a bunch of things about the Iron Dog. I watched a video made by a group of guys that did the event called the Utah Yetis, and I thought it was a really, really cool way to tell the story, a well-done video, and I decided I kind of wanted to tell a little bit of my own story in a similar fashion. So, just to kind of set the groundwork for all this, and there'll be several repeated videos with different topics and everything as we go, but what it comes down to is in November of 2022, I was at my heaviest. I weighed, and it's a horrible number to say out loud, but I weighed 502 pounds. Went in for weight loss surgery. Finally realized that, everything I could tell myself about gonna make it, gonna do it myself, wasn't gonna happen. So went in for the weight loss surgery. The surgery went well, but what I did not realize is that I ran into problems where I wasn't getting in the right nutrients. To such a degree that by February of 23, I fell at home and could not walk. Ended up having to be taken by ambulance to the hospital, and they determined I was extremely, severely potassium deficient, and basically none of my muscles in my legs were working, and I literally could not stand, could not walk, could not push myself around in the bed, anything. So after about a week in the hospital, I went to a rehab facility for 3-4 months, somewhere in there. Long and difficult process. Ended up getting really lucky with a very good physical therapy team. The facility itself was a bit of a nightmare, but my physical therapy team was really good and kind of worked with me in a way to get my situation squared away and back where it belonged. After that, sometime mid-summer, got home. Well, when you have the weight loss surgery, they encourage you to have a goal. And as I said, I've told this story a million times, but I have seen goals anywhere from, I want to go skydiving when I get out, to I just want to be healthy enough to walk my kid down the aisle at their wedding. I kind of swung for the fences a little bit. I said I want my goal to be to do the Iron Dog, the world's longest, toughest snowmobile race in Alaska. Sounded great on paper. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. That said, having been not able to walk at the start of the 23 race, we were booked and ready to go for the 24 race. Mid-June, I was still using a walker and things like that. So, hindsight's 2020, probably shouldn't have attempted it in 24. Had a lot stronger faith that I was going to get better quicker and all that sort of thing. Dan Stewart and I, great guy, great teammate, we kind of set off as two rookies out of New Hampshire without a clue what we were doing, and made our way up here to Alaska and started the race, February of 24. Much to my chagrin, it became apparent very quickly that I was not physically strong enough or ready to attempt such a thing, and it ended up being an unsuccessful attempt. Kind of crushing, very, very depressing, but kind of gave me a little bit of momentum. We decided we were going to take a year off and come back in 26 and be ready. That's where we are now. I am sitting outside a big lake. I don't know how much of it you can see, but the views are not at all terrible. Truly stunning area out here. And then all the way back around, we go right back into normal woods. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going to go into further detail on our 24 attempt and everything in a different video, but I appreciate the support I've got. It is overwhelming. Friends, family, people literally that I, met in person the day I moved into their house for a month. I am so blessed with all the people that have helped, that have offered support, financially, physically, mentally, every last bit of it. It means the world. Deb and I are out here and we're getting it done, and we will do a part 2 and probably several parts after that on these videos. So stay in touch. Thank you.